Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Tea Tree. uh I just came up with that last night, like in bed. That's gonna be my new YouTube name because I feel like it kind of sticks to who I am now better than Yogi T Shanice, which is what I first named the channel, or first named myself when I started the channel, when I first made the channel after I got my yoga certificate. But now that I've gone through another spiritual evolution, I have decided to come up with another name for myself and my channel in this space. So now it will be Tea Tree, hopefully, if I can get it. Okay, so today I am starting, what are they called? You know, when the tarot readers get on the TikTok and the YouTube and they go zodiac by for the month, I want to do that. This is the first one I've done in, I want to say, about 2 years. I used to be all over tarot TikTok, not tarot TikTok, but kind of tarot TikTok and tarot Twitter, like back in the day when it was really cool. Then I dropped it, and now I'm getting back into it for the love of the game. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Pisces because I'm a Pisces and we're always last anyway, so suck it, Aries. Please don't fight me in the comments, it was a joke. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this. The deck I will be using is the Fifth Spirit Tarot. It's my absolute favorite. And then the oracle cards I will be using is the Season of the Witch, also a personal favorite. So let's go ahead and get started here. I gotta shuffle a little bit, cleanse the energy. Hope everyone's doing well today. Whew, I know this week's been pretty hard for me, so hopefully it's been easier on everybody else. And today's Friday, so if today is also your Friday, then I hope you're relaxing. All right, I think I've shuffled, cleanse the energy. For other tarot readers out there, a trick that I learned, that if you knock on the deck 3 times until you feel like that energy is just gone, you're all good. Like, that's a new cleansing tip, you know? All right. So, Pisces, going into the month of June. Let's see. So this is my first one and I'm kind of winging it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna come up with the questions as they come, and whatever I did for this video, I'll do for all the other videos. All right. All right. Going into June. All right, Spirit. What obstacles are coming up for Pisces in the month of June? What obstacles are we facing? Please, Spirit, tell us what obstacles the Pisces will be facing in the month of June. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles fell out. I wanted to come up here for a second. Ace of Wands. Reverse 6 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands, with Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. All right. This is definitely screaming work drama to me. Work drama. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I feel like me and a lot of other Pisces in my life right now just kind of have a lot of issues regarding work, or like where they would like to be in their life, and that makes sense with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. I really love the symbolism with the Knight of Pentacles with the backpack, because it's like, okay, I finally have this adventure, this idea, I have the plan, I'm ready to take action and go forward. But in this spread specifically, you got the 7 of Wands and then the reversed 6 of Pentacles, along with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So what the cards are telling me here is that what you're doing right now is probably not where you see yourself in the future, and is causing conflict either internally or externally. So if you're feeling kind of, you know what, okay, there's two ways I could read these cards. So one way is that you could be in the middle of, what's it called, like the next stage of your life, you know, the next evolution. You're in this new chapter of your life, and you're like, okay, I made the decisions that led me here, and I'm not satisfied. I'm not feeling like my work is paying off. I feel like I'm constantly on edge. I'm struggling. I'm going against my coworkers who maybe we're butting heads. I always feel like I have to defend myself, you know, or maybe you feel like you constantly have to defend your ideas to others, or even to yourself. You know how you go back and forth and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I'm not going to beat myself up because I did that, and yada, yada, yada. For one, take a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. We all make bad decisions. Two, I pause a lot when I talk. I just got to think. I'm sorry. Don't let it overwhelm you is what I'm hearing. The Seven of Wands energy can be really difficult, especially when other people are involved. And with the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands together, it kind of gives me that feeling of, in my heart, I know my inner child doesn't want to be here right now. I know, like, the plans that I made for myself are not working, and I'm beating myself up, or I'm draining my energy trying to be something that I'm not. And Pisces, if that is you going into June, maybe it has to do with work, maybe it just has to do with where you're at currently in your life. Maybe you're overworking as a wife, a husband. My cat's making noise. Things like that. So that's probably an issue that could be coming up in June. Another way to read this is you don't feel like you're exactly where you want to be in life, and that is causing your struggle. That is causing you to feel more stressed out, more drained, more like you're stuck, because even maybe you have this plan, but you don't know how to execute it properly. You don't know how to get to where you want to be. Maybe the long-term road far ahead, like the plan that you made, like I'm gonna have this in 5 years, and then the car and the girl and yada yada yada. Maybe that all seems so far away that you're sitting there impatient and you're upset with yourself, because I also get the Seven of Wands when I'm impatient and upset with myself. It happens to the best of us. Let's see what Spirit has for advice here. I want to know what Spirit has for advice. Ooh, Four of Cups. Make sure you try to find the joy in your life. Make sure you try to create joy in your life too. Remember that you deserve that. Four of Cups as well. Yeah, chase joy, which is like such an odd, like maybe message to get with the reversed Four of Cups. But I tend to get that card when I feel depressed, when I feel like nothing's working out. Oh, you just got the Sun card. You see how beautiful this Sun card is, by the way? Chase the joy. Chase, if you're unhappy right now in your situation, look within. Sit in silence. I challenge you, actually, to sit in silence for like 30 minutes and just think to yourself without judgment. Let all of your thoughts come up and see what you would change, or what you like about yourself, what you don't like, what is something that you could change or that you don't want to change. And don't put a time limit on it. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't say, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I'm such a stupid. Don't do any of that, okay? Just kind of be like, okay, I'm here, I'm silent, I'm with myself, I'm learning, I'm breathing. Be in the space, and then chase joy. This week, I probably shouldn't have, but I bought myself a $25 can of creatine because I'm a gym rat and I've wanted creatine, and that gave me joy because I've had a hard week. And I'm not saying you should go spend money that you don't have. I'm saying you should chase joy, and that was my joy for the week, and I'm giving you the same advice. So chase joy, lead with joy, make sure all of your decisions are rooted in joy for yourself, joy for your overall well-being. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. You also got Judgment at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of cool. That's just a reminder for usually when I get the Judgment card, you know, I don't know how other people read it, but when I get the Judgment card, it's usually telling me, hey, it's time to look within and look at your actions and to make a different plan to reroute where you're at right now, because clearly where you're at right now is making you feel angry, upset, stressed, things like that, making you feel like you have to defend yourself, making you feel like you have to, you know, etc., etc. You know, that could be anything. It could be work, a relationship. I know it's the Pentacles, which is why I'm emphasizing work, but it could also be career. What do you want in your career? Is the career that you're chasing what is actually aligned for you? See, these are the questions you need to ask yourself when you sit down and in that 30 minutes. Am I happy? What's not making me happy? Can I change it? Is it possible to change? How long would it take to change? What's the easiest thing to change right now to make me a happier person today than I was tomorrow? Because right now, Pisces, unfortunately, you're stuck. You feel, no, I don't want to say stuck. I want to say you are living in the same overworking cycle where you feel like the plan is not getting you anywhere, but instead of changing the plan like the Ace of Wands is probably asking you to do, you're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. And I'm here to tell you, as the queen of trying to make the best out of a bad situation, that you don't have to do that, which sounds hypocritical, but as I said before, this is advice for both of us. So I'm right here with you. Okay. All right, so that was advice. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the Pisces going into June? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Why am I holding it like that? Queen of Pentacles. In reverse. For advice, I want to say this is a call to recognize the hard work that you've already put in and to congratulate yourself, kind of like reward yourself for that. Say, wow, I am doing good. I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Make yourself feel more abundant, because the more grateful you are, the more you are grounded, the more you touch earth, the more the earth wants to bless you and help you. That's just the way of the universe, you know? So remind yourself that you have everything that you need. And if you don't currently have everything that you need, tell yourself everything's going to work out. I'm grateful for what I can do and what I have right now. I am grateful, you know, I am thankful for the universe and giving them, and for the universe giving me air to breathe today. Like something small, you know, make sure you expand on that gratitude, because gratitude is abundance in and of itself. The more you have things to be grateful for, the more joy you feel. The more joy. And don't be afraid to be seen while you try to find joy. I know that sounds weird, but I just heard that in my head. Like, don't be afraid to be seen. Put yourself out there more. If you want to join a run club, go join a run club. If you want to start beatboxing and DJing, go get you a fucking board, bro. Like, it's time. Go chase what makes you feel alive. Right now in this world, the way that the world is, it is so sad. And people are lacking joy, rest, peace, and there's nothing more important that you could do for yourself than to constantly make decisions rooted in your peace and in your joy, because that's the only way we're going to get through, and that's the way to connect to this deep source within, you know. Chase joy, be grateful, etc., etc. All right, fantastic. All right, so that was the issues going into June, some advice going into June. Let's see, what are some good things coming toward us in June? You're like, all this negative stuff. Come on, T. Give me something good. Give me something good. What's coming towards me in June? Let's find out. What is coming towards us in June? What's coming up for Pisces in June? What's coming up for Pisces in June? What's coming up for Pisces in June? Ooh, okay. Got the High Priestess. And the Sun card again. Ooh. And then you got Knight of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Let's get one more card. What good is coming towards Pisces? It literally just slipped right out. Queen of Cups. So there is, I'm not gonna say a lot of water energy, but there is water energy in this deck. So compared to the last deck, or the last spread, I keep saying that, which was earth and fire dominant, this one is mostly water dominant. So what I want to say is in June, the good that's gonna come is within your own emotions, and you discovering what is making you tap into that inner feminine. We all have a deep feminine, we all have an inner feminine, right? So in June, you're being called to connect to that energy inside of you. Slow down, do things slowly. Again, find the joy, take a bubble bath. I'm gonna say this like in a way that's like hopefully not pretentious, but you know the things that bring you joy. And part of me also feels like you already know the kind of changes that you'd want to do in your life in order to move forward, because that's what the High Priestess is all about. Like, maybe you're not listening to your own intuition, which is why you need to go sit down. And if you did listen to your own intuition, you'd understand that you need to connect deeper into the thoughts and feelings and your wants and desires. And that once you start connecting to those desires, it'll be easier for you to make choices that bring you more joy. But right now you're stuck overworking, and right now you're stuck in this cycle of the harder I try, the less that gets done, or the less I feel like I accomplish. When you are accomplishing a lot, you just have to sit down, take a deep breath, and recognize that within yourself, and congratulate yourself for one, because you're a hard-ass worker. Great job. I bet you did great this week. And then also to find rest. I was reading, it was actually in a stock market book, because I mean, I got into it, it's whatever, but there was this line that was like, I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much the way I took it was, choose the path of least resistance. And the way I'm taking that is, if something feels like every time I try to do it, there's another door closed, or I have to push harder, push faster, I'm probably not gonna do it. And maybe before, when I was stuck in survival mode, I would power through, you know, I would find any way to get anything done. And now in my 28 years of living, I realize that's not the way I want to live my life. That's not the way anybody else should want to live their life. And I know in American countries, or whatever, not American countries, in America, it is very much socialized and normal for you to break your back doing a million different things at a time, even monetizing your hobbies. But I'm telling you that you can do a hobby just for the love of the game. Just because you want to, because you feel like it would be fun. You could take a nap just because it's fun. You could do something really slow like knitting, crocheting. If that brings you joy, then that's a great choice to make, and I want you to choose it. In June, take care of yourself. Take care of that inner feeling. Slow down, you know? Do yoga. That's my favorite thing to do when I slow down. Do yoga. Yoga's fun. Take a deep breath. You could buy some water maybe. I don't feel like there's much else in June. Like, not to tell you, because I mean the world is always evolving and changing, but that is my message for you. What's coming towards you? Some rest. Coming towards you is a moment to pause, a moment to have fun. Go have fun. You know, back in the old days when Nickelodeon would like turn off for like an hour so that the kids could go outside, I want you to do that to yourself, but like look within. I think you'd find a lot done. Because remember, Pisces, we are connected to the 12th house of like deep inner healing, of a little bit of astrology if you don't know astrology. We're connected to the 12th house, so that's like the deep astrology, deep healing, deep meditation. It's connecting to the otherworldly beyond that. It's a lot. So Pisces, I want you to just tap into your spiritual center and figure out what it is that makes you the happiest. All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's see what the Oracle cards want to tell you. Let's see what your message is going into June. I don't have these memorized, so I will be reading the descriptions. What do Pisces need to keep in mind going into June? What is their overall message going into June? What is the overall message for Pisces going into June, please? So you got the Cancer Oracle card. Call yourself back from all space and time to feel, sense, and reflect on the oceans of your presence within. Call your energy back. Take a nap, like I just said. Let's look deeper. Alright, so this is what it says. How are you doing? That is the question to ask yourself when the Cancer Sun Sign card appears in your reading. When was the last time you took a moment to check in with yourself, listen to your internal landscape? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? And support your emotional needs. Cancer's mission is to teach you how to find your own little corner of the world where you can retreat to replenish your energy. It reminds you of the power of self-care, that your emotions can be potent allies when you take the time to listen rather than trying to suppress them. Your emotions may offer you a deeper understanding about how and when you need to establish better boundaries. Get them boundaries up. Bring light to feeling overwhelmed and burned out. Guide you to the things that bring you happiness or steer you away from what steals your joy. Every emotion has something to teach, and yours have been seeking an audience with you. Ask your emotions plainly. What are you trying to tell me? Then listen carefully, because the answer may surprise you. All right, Pisces. So your assignment in June is to be happy, rest, take a deep breath, do yoga, anything that makes you connect to your emotional needs. I hope you absolutely enjoyed this tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed me as your tarot reader. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. If you are here today and you consented, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It would make a big difference if you hit that subscribe button or hit a like. And if you didn't like me at all, well then, thanks for giving me a shot. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for your time.